Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare, brought to you by Balanced Life Chiropractic. I've got Dr. Harley with me. Dr. Harley, how you doing?
Good morning, John. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fantastic. And we're going to talk about back to school, but I'm not ready for that yet. Holy cow, the summer's almost over?
I would bet lots of parents are like, wait, what? Is it? Yeah, unfortunately, it's like we have to start looking at that. School's starting to creep up, right?
It's a month or so away.
Yeah, so now we're just going to start looking at back to school things, talking about kids and how to keep your kids healthy. We still are in a kind of unprecedented time, not sure what are schools doing this year? What are they not doing? Yeah. How can I keep my kids safe and healthy? Well, I wanted to talk about something that we've been seeing a lot more recently, just with as kids are getting older, they want to start having, sleepovers, slumber parties, whatever you want to call it. And bedwetting is, something that a lot of kids suffer with. And unfortunately, sometimes they get older and older and they're still having these problems. I've had a lot of recent increase with patients that are having that. And, what does bedwetting keep you from doing?
Yeah, sleepovers.
Sleeping over at friends' houses, having friends over, that kind of stuff. So that's just something that kids are going to start doing that more as they're going back to school, right? So
and there's a connection to this in chiropractic?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of great results with that because, what controls your bladder?
Well, I suppose. Yeah, I guess I hadn't really thought of that.
Your brain, right?
Yeah.
So obviously it's a voluntary action, but when you're sleeping, it's very involuntary. So if the brain's not communicating with the bladder very well, you can see why we have accidents at night. And some kids, they're having it every single night, and parents are getting to the point, it's like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. We've tried this, we've done medication, we've done therapy, we've limited water intake at night. We're still having issues with it. What's going on? Well, if there's miscommunications between the brain and the bladder, we're going to have issues. There's two different, scenarios. One, that there's misalignments in the neck that are putting pressure on the brainstem. Well, the brainstem's a big control center for a lot of our body functions. Sleeping center, it's a heart center, all those kind of things, digestion, that kind of stuff. Or in the lower spine, like across the hips, low back, that goes directly to our bladder, our kidneys, and all that. So if they're overproducing or underproducing or having irregularities there, that can lead to issues as well.
And if this is something that people are dealing with and they've tried everything, why wouldn't you try this? I mean, it sounds to me like it makes a ton of sense.
Well, a lot of people just don't know that there's other options out there, especially if they're talking with their pediatrician, because their pediatrician's going to go, the hospital route. They're like, this is what we know to do. Yeah. They're not looking at other options. And I'm not saying anything bad against pediatricians. They don't know a lot of times what's going on. And chiropractors in general, we don't educate our patients enough about some of the other options that are out there.
That's what I love about this. Every week we get a little education, back to the basics in healthcare, and learn. I had no idea. I never in a million years would have thought bedwetting and chiropractic go kind of hand in hand, but it does make sense when you explain it.
Yeah, and people are like, well, why is their spine causing the problems? It's like, well, what are kids doing all day, every day anymore? They're sitting, playing video games, they're hunched over playing their phones. I mean, you can probably imagine your teenagers or younger, they're looking at their phones and just their neck posture is going to be really affecting their neck and causing a lot of issues there. So, simple things to help with their spine health is just keeping the screens up, getting them active, getting them moving. But if they're not seeing any sort of change or results and wanting to start doing something and get better, have them call our office and we'll talk to you about how we can help.
Very nice. And what is the number to call?
They can give us a call at 605-215-1785. Shoot us a message on Facebook. We help with any kids from babies to, the grown adult children, right?
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
I'm talking to you, right? I'm just kidding. Yeah.
No. So if people would like to find you on Facebook, you're there as well?
Yep. Balanced Life Chiropractic. Check out our Facebook page. A lot of great information on that, but also you can shoot us a message through there.
And you can find them online as well, balancedlifesd.com.